Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this weekly Above and Beyond webinar. We're very excited to have you with us. Now, we have some incredible information to present to you tonight, and it's changed our lives, and I believe it will change yours too. So I'm going to ask you to do yourself a favor. I'm going to ask you to ask your kids to just leave you alone for a little bit. Tell them you're busy. Get your beverage. Turn off the cell phone, turn off Facebook, and give me just a half hour of your time. And I promise you, we're going to change your life. Don't believe me? Give us a chance. Let's see where we go. But first, I want to introduce you to a good friend and business partner of mine. Tom Stark is going to do the first part of this webinar tonight. Tom's been a friend of mine for quite a while, lives in Metro Detroit with his wife Susan. Tom's a retired healthcare professional who loves the health industry and is devoted and committed to a healthy lifestyle. Tom's been with Asante Organics for over 2 years. Tom, take it away, my friend.
Hey, Len, thank you so much for that kind introduction. I really appreciate it. And thank you for everyone who's taking time out of your busy day to be here this evening. Tonight we are going to talk about a couple of problems that exist in the world today, and we are going to do that by an overview of an industry, an overview of a company, of products, of a compensation model. We have a winning team that's here right now, and it's a good team. But ultimately, for the guests on this call tonight, this is about you. There are two types of people that exist in this world. And the first are those that struggle, and the second are those who succeed. I saw a statistic earlier today that talked about almost 80% of our country, North America, or at least the United States, have bad credit. There's a lot of people out there struggling, even though the economy is getting better. But there's also those people that succeed. So where do you fit in this? Do you want to, are you struggling? Do you know people who are struggling? And which category do you want to be in? And who do you want to help succeed? When we think about income, there are three basic mistakes that people make. And the first one is this, and it's really important, and that's that people get to this realization that their current income is never enough, and it's never really going to be enough. The second mistake that's really common is that people listen to the wrong folks. If we think about who we hang out with, we are kind of like the 5 people that we spend the most time with. And if they're struggling financially, then you know what? Are they going to be in a position where they can offer good, sound financial advice on how to move ahead in our lives? And the third mistake most people have is that they lack a secure financial vehicle to make their life what they want it to be. Can you relate to these things? Did you know that nearly 70% of all Americans cannot write a $500 check today if an emergency were to come up? So is that you, and then what's your plan to prevent this? Isn't it time to take control of your life and your future? So we're going to talk about some exciting possibilities here this evening. Most of us think there are 3 options to achieve more wealth or financial independence in our lives. And the first is to trade a little bit of time for a little bit of dollars. So a lot of people will work a part-time job, and on average, they're going to get close to $10 an hour, maybe a little bit less than that. Another option is to work even more and for a little bit more money. So a lot of folks will work a second part or full-time job. They're trading a lot of time for quite a bit more money, but they're trading a lot of time for money. And really, there's nothing wrong with either of those two strategies, but we're going to introduce another concept tonight because 2018 is the year of the entrepreneur, and it's about owning your own business. So which makes the most sense to you? Paul Zane Pilsner wrote the famous book, The Millionaire Next Door, in which he discusses the importance of entrepreneurship. Over 80% of all millionaires have one powerful thing in common. They own their own business. But not only that, they have something else in common, and that's that the average millionaire has over 7 streams of income. See, they don't rely on just one pot of money to secure their life and their future. They rely on multiple streams of income to keep their life going. So why consider a home-based business? Well, do you find yourself stressed out, overworked, underpaid, underappreciated? Any one of those things, or perhaps all four? Maybe you want to set your spouse free from any one of those circumstances. Maybe you've gotten to that point where your current income you know is not enough and you want to do something that will radically change your life. But probably the thing that's most important is that time freedom. So I want to ask you a question, and that is, if you had the money, what would you do with your time tomorrow? If money were no object, what would you do tomorrow and the next week and the week after that? What would you want to do? What pursuits, what passions, what things are really important to you in your life today? We have a business model that's actually very simple. We call it relationship marketing. It's person-to-person marketing that's focused on people, teams of people working together and sharing new ideas, sharing information by leveraging our social connections, either online connections or offline connections. But it's a relationship model that's built on people knowing, liking, and trusting one another. You know, the way to create wealth is by being ahead of the curve and not behind it. The way to create wealth is by being ahead of the curve and not behind it. So if you understand timing, if you understand trends that are out there today, you'll know that there's an unprecedented timing today in the green movement, that there are companies that exist, including our company, that has organic products with mass appeal, and that we as a company are well positioned for rapid global expansion today. You see, there is a need, there is a target, and there is a plan. We want to be able to create wealth by being ahead of the curve and not behind it. Our markets are already established, and they're very well established. You know, there's the organic green market, the anti-aging, the wellness market, the work-from-home market. The organic green movement is already a $45 billion industry, and it's expected to grow at 15% or more each year over the next decade. The anti-aging market is a $200 billion industry, and the home-based business industry already generates $187 billion worldwide. But I want you to notice the category up on the top right, family, total family wellness. It's a $400 billion industry. But this industry, the wellness industry alone, has been predicted by a world-renowned economist to be the next trillion-dollar industry. Best-selling author and world-renowned economist Paul Zane-Pilzer has predicted that an additional $1 trillion of the global economy will be devoted to products and services that keep us healthy, that make us look or feel better, slow down the effects of aging, or perhaps prevent diseases from developing altogether. And in fact, he predicts that fortunes will be made in the new millennium will be by educating consumers about products and services that will improve their lives. In fact, Pilsner also says, I see an emerging industry in which the greatest fortunes of the next century will be created, fortunes that will eclipse even those of the internet billionaires of the later 1990s. So how is all this happening? What's going on out there? You see, there's a soak going on, a silent soak that's happening where pesticides, environmental pollutants, household toxins are silently soaking everyone, everywhere, every day. And there's increasingly overwhelming evidence that the silent soak is harming both our short-term and our long-term health. And in fact, we are surrounded by this on a daily basis. So what is soaking you? You know, environmental pollutants, water and air pollution, secondhand smoke, pesticides that are way beyond our control, household cleaners. Did you know that it takes 26 seconds for cleaning chemicals to absorb through our bare skin? And it takes roughly 3 minutes for those chemicals to then deposit into our bodily organs. Personal care. You know, the average woman applies over 200 toxins to her skin, just getting her day started, which then enters her bloodstream. And this is all before 9 a.m. every morning. And food, don't get me started about GMOs and pesticides, because our food supply is being contaminated and it's being downgraded on a regular basis. So what do we do and how do we do it? You know, we talked a little bit about relationship marketing. What we do is we help educate people about what's happening in the world today, what's impacting our health, what's impacting our lives, and what we can do about it. You know, the picture up on the screen right now is a small sample of over 130 products that are non-toxic, that are highly effective in nutrition, household, personal care, and beauty care products that people absolutely love. And in fact, our customer retention for our products is over 85%. It's absolutely amazing, and people love these products. Pure, safe, toxic-free, organic. Advanced care, personal care, anti-aging, essential oils, baby care, home care, and more. More coming in 2018. But these are the stars of our company, the Super Greens, the Earth Greens, and the Super Fruits, the Reds, the Super Reds we also call them. So what if you could get 5.5 pounds of nutritional value of dark leafy green pH balanced vegetables or vegetable nutrition in one single scoop, in 1 teaspoon. You mix it in water. Same with the Superfruits. You get 5.5 pounds of high antioxidant, immune boosting superfruit nutrition in 1 scoop. 5.5 pounds each, 5 seconds prep, no juicing, no shopping, no blending. You just scoop, mix, and drink. These 2 products could radically change your health, and I'm going to tell you they've radically changed my health and the health of my wife as well. We have proven results. We have customer testimonials that come in all the time. I want to go through some of those quickly here right now. You know, on the upper left, you see a little baby boy. Baby boy was, the before picture was taken at 3 months. He was born with a serious rash. He had that rash throughout his entire 3-month lifespan. There were multiple doctor appointments, multiple treatments, ointments, medications. Nothing seemed to work. The mom finally got mad, and she started applying our sanitizer to this little baby boy's skin. And look at the dramatic difference simply by spraying our sanitizer on his beautiful little face. And you can just see the continence, you see the joy, you see the happiness in that little guy. On the upper right, you see an anti-aging example from our Z3 serum line. You know, there's the before picture, and this, ladies, is a gentleman who's using the anti-aging products. But his before picture, you can see his skin is not that bright, not that colorful. He's got a little scarring, some rash up there. And yet after 2 weeks of using the Z3 serum, you see a dramatic difference in the color, the skin tone that he has. On the lower right, we have an example of the reds, the greens, in a protein shake that we have. This lady lost over 50 pounds, and her body mass index changed from 34 to 23 in just 8.5 months. And again, look at the continence on her face. She is ecstatic about the results that she's experiencing. The sanitizer, again, there's another example of a little baby. The umbilical cord was cut that became infected around that area, and the wound just got worse and worse. So after 13 days, the mom decided, again, we're going to do something a little different. Took our sanitizer, spritzed it on that wound, and after 3 days, all of a sudden that wound is almost completely healed. It's a dramatic difference. We call it a miracle in a bottle. This sanitizer is absolutely amazing. And then the final example is on the lower right with the body moisturizer and, again, the sanitizer. You see the discoloration on the skin, and then you also see how the skin was cleared up after just 36 hours of using these products. You know, Len, I'm amazed at what these products can do and what they do for so many people. It's just absolutely amazing. Can you imagine the impact that they have on people's health and their lives by using these products, and how you would feel about making a difference in their life?
Yeah. Hey, Tom, are you telling us that this baby in the upper left was born with this eczema? It happened in the womb?
He was born, and yes, with the eczema and with that skin rash.
So babies are being affected by the toxins in the womb.
Absolutely being affected by toxins in the womb.
Yes.
And, you know, it's just amazing, though, when you see that difference just in 2 weeks from spritzing on a product onto that little boy's face, when so many other traditional medical treatments did absolutely nothing. You know, imagine, like I said, how your health would improve, how the health of other people who you know and love would improve.
Well, I don't have to imagine. I take my reds and greens every day, plus many of the other products, and I know you do too. So I don't have to imagine. They're awesome.
Yeah, no, these products are absolutely amazing, and we love the testimonials that we can share about them, and we've heard so many testimonials over the couple of years that we've been involved. It's just absolutely amazing. But with that, Len, I'd like to hand the call back over to you, if that's okay. You know, Len, you are a very successful entrepreneur. You've been in business in more of the traditional sector and in the home-based business sector for many, many years. In fact, when you had your flight school, you were doing roughly $5 million a year, I think, in overall business. And so, Len, congratulations on your success in business and your commitment to this industry. And so we're going to hand the call back to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Tom. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been known to be a little bit weird every now and then, so I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Give me about 10 seconds. Go ahead and trust me. Close your eyes. And if you're driving your car, don't close your eyes. But I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd like you to imagine what it would be like to have total financial independence. What's your dream life look like? Where do you live? What kind of a car do you drive? Where do your kids or your grandkids go to school? Where do you vacation? What charities do you support? What's your contribution to your community, to your church, to your society, to your planet? What's your legacy? To your family, to your planet? What are you going to leave behind? You got that picture in your mind? Your ideal lifestyle? And let me ask you, do you have a way to get there? Because if you don't, we're going to offer you one right now. We have multiple ways to earn weekly. You can refer customers. You can sponsor executives. You can build marketing teams. We have something called a check matching bonus, an Express Start Gold bonus, and an expansion bonus. Now, I'm going to explain each one of these in a little bit more detail, but let me ask you a question. What could you do with an extra $500 a month? How about $500 a week? How about more? What could you do? So let's look at each one of these in a little bit more detail. One is you could refer customers. You have your own online store, your own website, and they can go to your website and they can purchase products from you. You don't have to handle the products, no shipping required, you don't handle the money. They just purchase the products and they wait for them to arrive on their doorstep a couple days later. Now, for example, if you have customers who are purchasing the greens and reds that we talked about a couple of minutes ago, the retail price is $126, the wholesale price $97. You make an immediate retail profit of $29. Now imagine if you had just 10 customers that were referred to your website who are purchasing the reds and greens on a monthly basis, reordering. You'd be making $290 a month. Imagine. Tom, you want to mute your mic? How about sponsoring executives? We build marketing teams. There's you plus two. That's the model, you plus two. You can earn unlimited immediate weekly income by starting your own profitable business. Get two, teach two. So there's you, and you bring in your two first people, Tom and Jane, and let's pretend that they each come in with a $499 business builder pack, and you're going to make $100 on each one of those. Now, you don't know what a business builder pack is just yet, but in a few moments you will. I'll tell you about them. So let me ask you a question. Do you know two people who are into toxin-free, pure health, looking younger, feeling incredible, and want more income? Yes? Your team has started. It's that easy. So you're going to build marketing teams. One on your left side, one on your right side. There's you, and there's, on your left side here, we're going to call it the power leg, or sorry, on your left side, we're going to call it the pay leg. And on your right side, we're going to call it the power leg. The power leg is the higher volume leg. Now, you've been in this business a little while. This didn't happen overnight, but you've got $20,000 worth of volume coming up your power leg. And in this example, you've got $5,000 coming up your pay leg. So you have Tom, Dick, Harry, Mo, and Shirley on your pay leg there, and they're making the point volumes, personal volumes that we've indicated for a total of $5,000. Well, you're going to earn 10% of that, or $500 from that pay leg. And that's going to reduce your power leg by that $5,000. So now your power leg only has $15,000 left in it. And the question is, what happens to that? And the answer is nothing. There is no flushing in this company. If you've been in other companies, you know that you might have maybe 30 days to cash in that volume. You're going to lose it. In this company, you have forever. You don't lose it. So you just build your pay leg up next week, and you take more out of your power leg. And of course, your power leg continues to grow too every week. So this is a binary compensation plan, and you earn 10% of your pay leg. So you build a network. You plus two teach two. You bring in your two, in this case Bob and Lisa, and you teach Bob to do the same. He brings in Jeff and Mary. You teach Lisa to do the same. She brings in Ben and Karen, and so on and so forth. You build levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. What's required is 75 personal points per month to qualify you for most commissions, and you will be making money. Now, this is the way it works. From your first level, U plus 2, you're earning a residual income of $7 a month. You've done the work once? Sorry, you've done the work once, you're earning the residual income every month. Now, $7 a month might not be too exciting, but look at level number 6, $472 a month. That begins to get pretty interesting. That's a car payment. Level 8, $1,912 a month. Now, that's a mortgage payment. Level 9, full-time U.S. income, 512 people in your organization. Now, don't panic. You say, well, I don't know 512 people. No. You don't have to get 512 people. You have to get 2 and teach them to get 2. And they have to teach their 2 to get 2, and so on and so forth. So you're just managing the team. And you tell me how much money you want to earn a month, and we'll tell you how big your team has to be, and we'll tell you what you have to do to get there. Now, how about this check matching bonus? Remember that pay leg where each one of your people was earning some money every month? Well, if you personally sponsored them, you're earning a matching bonus. So let's say that you have 5 people that you've personally sponsored, and each one of those is earning $500. You're going to get a $2,500 check match. And that's in addition to the endless team bonus we showed in the previous slide. So this is getting really exciting. Now, there's a thing called an Express Start Gold bonus. So there's a one-time $500 bonus paid in your first 30 days if you can personally sponsor 4 silver executives. And that means you personally sponsor 2 people. You personally sponsor 4 people, and they each sponsor their 2 in the first 30 days. And you get a $500 bonus. And finally, there's the global expansion bonus. How would you like to override the entire company's volume? Qualified execs who can share 1% of total company sales. So the first 50 executives to generate $50,000 per month in volume in their left and right teams will equally share 1% of total company sales for life per nation. Well, that's pretty exciting too. And plus, you're going to have rewards and have fun. You can advance. You can have perks. You can have prestige. You can be your own boss. You have your own home-based business. You are in business. You get to determine your raises and your promotions. You want a raise? You got to go sponsor a couple more people or help your team to sponsor a couple more. Share something you believe in, because once you get on these products and you find out how healthy you're going to be and how good you're going to feel, you will believe in them. Get richly rewarded for your efforts. Succeed on your terms. Receive additional bonuses. Make a difference in the world and have some fun. Now is your time. If not now, when? If not you, who? So there are 3 ways to get started. The least expensive way is $29.95, buys you your wholesale membership. That includes your website for life. That is not $29.95 per month. That is $29.95 one time, and you're all done. Products not included. Now, we don't recommend that, although you can start there. The reason we don't recommend it is because when you go to share these things with your family and friends, the first question they're going to ask you is, what products are you using? And if you don't have any products, you've got a problem answering that question. So we suggest that you buy one of the business builder packs. And these are the business builder packs that I mentioned a couple slides back. There are 2 of them. one for $199 and one for $499, which is the one we recommend. $499 package, you get about 25 of our most popular products. You're saving several $100s. It's a retail value of $800, and there are a couple different packages to choose from, but you get a sampling of the most popular products we have. For $199, you get a sampling of about 10 or 12 of our products, and there are a couple different packages to choose from, so you can choose the one that best suits your purposes. And once you try our products, you're going to love them, and you're going to want to tell your family and friends about these amazing products that you're using. It's that simple. It's a turnkey business. We have systems, training, and support in place, cutting-edge new media tools and training, high-end products, branding, and marketing. The dedicated support teams are in place to help you. 24/7 online learning. You have your own website, your own learning system. Business tracking systems are in place, shipping and inventory management. Hey, the only thing missing is you. And like I said a minute ago, if not you, who? If not now, when? So let me ask you a couple questions. 2 years from now, where are you going to be? Where do you see yourself in 2 years? If you do nothing, nothing will change. You will be in the same place. For things to change, you have to change. Now, what's the worst thing that can happen? Well, the worst thing that can happen is you get some pretty incredible products, feel better, look healthier, look younger, and make a little bit of money. But what if it works? What if it works? Then what? That ideal lifestyle that you pictured a few slides ago, you'll be getting there. How will it feel when you've earned your first $1,000 in your very own home-based business? I would imagine that'll feel pretty incredible. Actually, I remember the feeling. It's pretty incredible. So we are building a new generation of organic health and residual wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's decision time. Join us. Get back to the person who invited you here tonight. Get your questions answered and decide which package is best for you, and join us. And let's change this world, one person, one household, one healthy individual at a time. Hey, that's all for tonight. I hope you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you for coming. We truly appreciate it. And with that, we are going to end the webinar. Bye for now.